Hi guys, welcome to second lecture of physical vapor deposition. Okay, as in previous lecture, I have covered what is meant by PVD, classification of PVD, and thermal evaporation, E-beam evaporation, and reactive and activated reactive evaporation technique. Okay, now today in this part second, we are going to cover the remaining types of PVD technique, that is sputtering, cathodic arc deposition, filtered cathodic arc deposition, ion plating, and pulsed laser deposition. Let us begin with the first one, that is a sputtering. So this is common method, or maybe that is easily available method, and nowadays means we are extensively using these spattering techniques. So steps for spattering process is you have to put target material and then substrate is placed in a vacuum chamber. So this is your vacuum chamber. You can see in the figure I have displayed on the slide. So your vacuum chamber, then you are going to put your substrate there, and then you are putting your target materials or maybe the source material over there. Then you are using certain kind of plasma over. Then if voltage is applied between the target and the substrate, so there should be some kind of potential difference in between the cathode and in between the anode. So plasma is created by ionizing a spattering gas, generally a chemically inert heavy gas like argon. So here we are using in the inert gas like argon, and then we are making this gas into plasma form. Then that plasma actually it is deposited onto the your substrate. So atoms or molecules of the target material are ejected into gas form or plasma due to the bombardment of the spluttering gas. Ejected target material deposited onto the substrate itself. So simply we are putting certain kind of potential difference in between the anode and cathode. Then we are injecting certain kind of plasma over there, which is modifying, which is nothing but directly coming from using argon gases, and then that plasma is directly heated onto your target material or maybe the source material. Then due to that some kind of atoms or molecules, it is directly coming from the source material and it is deposited onto the substrate material. So that is why it is called the spattering technique. So for efficient movement transfer, the atomic weight of the splattering gas like argon, then neon, should be close to the atomic weight of the target, otherwise it is little bit be difficulty occur. Then what are the advantages? Materials having high melting point can be easily splattered. Then films by sputtering have better adhesion on the substrate than evaporated films. Disadvantages about this: inner splattering gases are built into the growing film as impurities, so it can create certain kind of impurities too. But if we see overall, the splattering technique is good and it is cheap and it is less time consuming. Okay, so this is about the splattering technique. Let us discuss the next next technique, that is a cathodic arc deposition method. So first we have to know that what is cathodic arc deposition. An electric arc is used to vaporize the metal from the target cathode. Vaporize metal then condense on a substrate forming a thin stream. So here you are using some cathode metal over there, then we are using the plasma, then that plasma ions are the arc is going to cathode side and the metal ions it is going to substrate side. So here you are using some kind of potential difference by using some kind of power supply. So you are using some kind of high potential difference in between your cathode and the anode material. So cathodic arc takes place a special space place among PVD process because of high ion densities. So the technique maybe it can be measured 90% with the other techniques, but here the density of ions whatever we are getting is more than the other process. So here are the vaporization occurs when high current low voltage is passed through a source material placed between two electrode anode and cathode, and this process produces extremely hard film, therefore can be used for thin hard film, super hard coating or nano composite coating. It can be used to deposit metallic, ceramic and composite films also. So these techniques are more versatile than the other. We can use so many materials, we can use some kind of hard materials also. So some issue faced by cathodic arc process are poor film quality, uniformity in thickness, poor control over, then poor repeatability and reliability for production processes, high maintenance is often. So there all are issue generally we are facing while doing the cathodic arc deposition. Next one is called the filter cathodic arc deposition process. So here from this name we can understand that it is a little bit modified version of the previous one. So here the filter cathodic arc process is extensively used to deposit tribological and wear resistant thin film. Mainly it eliminates the macro particles that degraded coating performance. So the small size particles or maybe the small sized particles, rather I can say that all particles whatever it is depositing onto your substrate, all particle size are more or less same. So there should not be any mixture of bigger particle and the smaller particle, because as we know that if the particle size will be bigger, it is very difficult to stick on onto the substrate material, and not only that, its surface area will be less. So there will be less adhesion in between the coating materials and the substrate material. So here ejected particles are fed into the curved duct. So you can see in this diagram there is a duct over there. So through this duct your particle is going through, and then it is falling onto your substrate material. Steering field which separate the particle by mass, thus filtering them like a mass spectrometer. So here there are several kinds of filtering coils which is absorbing the bigger particle size and only allowing the small particle size to go. Then unwanted macro particles and neutral atoms are filtered by the mechanical filter, and coating space is reaching the substrate which is pure ions. Then beam of particles must be rested over the substrate to coat large area with acceptable uniformity. Okay, so this is actually the movable one, so that it can cover up the whole area if the sample size will be bigger also. Not only that, here the purity of the coating material is also 100%, and then it is very easy to take out the impurities from the coating materials too. Okay, so let us discuss the next one, is that is ion plating. So it is a atomistic vacuum coating process where a deposition film is continuously or periodically bombarded by energetic atomic sized inner or reactive particles. So here we are not putting any kind of heat, we are not putting any kind of electron beam, we are not putting any kind of laser. So here we are using certain kind of energetic atomic sized inner, or maybe the reactive particles we are bombarding onto the source material, and then we are doing the coating onto the our substrate. So it is also called ion assisted deposition, IAD, or maybe the ion vapor deposition. Activated reactive evaporation evaporations, our process with a negative bias on the substrate is called the reactive ion plating. So it depends upon the source how we are going to use different source. So using the different source, it is having different nomenclature. The source of depositing atoms can be from vacuuming operation, splattering, arc vaporization, or from a chemical vapor precursor. So from this there is a certain mechanism are available. So first one is, as I have shown in the figure, is called surface preparation, then nucleation and interface formation, and then film growth. So here the source of depositing atoms First in the evaporation technique, we are having the substrate, you are using the certain, you are having the filament, then directly the material is deposited onto the substrate, heat over or the on the top of substrate. But here you are using certain kind of target material, so that target material is forming certain kind of plasma, and that plasma can hit the target material, and then from here some kind of atoms or molecules and directly go and it can deposit onto the substrate, and here directly you are using making certain kind of plasma by arc cathode method, and then that plasma itself is deposited onto your substrate material. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the next method, that is a pulsed laser depositions or PLD process. So a high power pulsed laser is focused onto the target, which is ablated to form a plume of atoms, molecules and particulates directly toward the substrate. It can work under the controlled gas environment, both inert and reactive gas. It depends upon which kind of material we are going to coat. And mechanism of the PLD process, the mechanism of PLD process can be expressed in the three steps. First one is called interaction of the laser beam and the target, the plasma film formation, nucleation and growth of thin films. So simple. Till now we are discussing about different types of fitting elements, maybe the electric coil or maybe the certain kind of laser or maybe certain kind of electron beam. So here first we are putting the laser beam directly onto the target itself, then then it is creating certain kind of plasma, that plasma is directly decompositing onto your substrate material, and so that why it is called the pulsed laser deposition. Now how you are going to control your laser depending upon that, whether it is pulsed means there will be any on or off mechanism, or maybe they it will be continuous one. So it depends upon what type of source of energy you are using to use, and some factors that influence the deposition rate is called the target material, pulse energy of laser, distance from the target to the substrate, type of gas and pressure in chamber, oxygen, argon, etc, etc. Okay, now let us discuss some benefits of PLA process or other film deposition method. This is faster response, well controlled deposition rate, then a relatively high deposition rate we are getting using this method, then growth in any environment, flexible, then reproduce the composition of the target used to deposit multi-layer film, then deposition of highly crystalline films are possible using this technique. Let us highlight some disadvantages also. So high defect or particulate concentration, uneven coverage, not well suited for the large scale films, and the PLD process does not fit for every application. Let us discuss some applications. So the PLD process is used for the dielectric and ferroelectric film purpose, then optical and tribological coatings, it is possible using this technique. Then for the semiconductor coating we can use this technique, then architecture structures also, then window glazing, vacuum web coating, wear resistant coating also we can do using this process. Okay, let us discuss the summary of this physical vapor deposition process. Okay, so in PVD, chemical reactions are not involved except for reactive splattering deposition. So here directly we are making any kind of gas or maybe the vapor, then that is deposited onto the substrate. The main advantage of PVD are control over growth of thin film, which high priority, as I told already, you are eliminate the impurities by using several kind of methods, and not only that, you can use the control over growth depending upon that how much energy you are going to put on your target material or maybe the source material. Then ability to control the structural and morphological properties of films so easily you can make the material from the hydrophobic or hydrophilic, or not only that, you can make the material which can withstand the high temperature, or maybe it can be easily electrical conductive. So whatever the property you want, you can do it by these methods. Then improvement in repairability and reliability of this modified substrate. In most cases, instruments are highly precise as well as cost effective. The modification techniques are can be applied in various fields like manufacturing of semiconductor devices, optical coatings, tribological coatings, aerospace industries. Here we have listed a few applications, okay, which are possible using this PVD technique. This is about the physical vapor deposition coating technique. Thank you.
Hopefully you might have enjoyed the lecture. Then please do like the video and know your thoughts in comments. Please do share this video among your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. After subscription you can press the bell icon to never miss the notification regarding our new videos. Thank you so much.